Oh, hi, Monica. So I have several great things to share with you guys today, but I thought, well, first, if you guys would be so kind, you can type something in the chat that you are grateful for today. What are you most grateful for today? And mine is, Rochelle, do you have a guest? I love it.
Mom.
Oh, hi, Mom. So fun. Well, I could have told that because you guys look just alike. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, so cute. Thanks for being on. Yay. I am grateful. Gosh, I'm grateful for a lot of stuff right now, but mainly that it's time to open the windows and get some warm weather for once. So, oh, that's fun. Monica got to see a friend. Oh yeah, your mom, you already put that. Warmer weather and sunshine. Yep. Barb, me too. Yes. Spring, warmer weather, health and wealth. Yep. Garrett, that is an awesome one. I love it. Love it. Love it. So first I just want to say wow, because we hit 2,000 members in our Wednesday morning mindset closed Facebook group, which is so awesome. So thanks to all of you guys that are inviting friends and family members and just sharing it, because my goal is to get to 5,000. So nothing more than we can just bring some inspiration and mindset motivation to as many people as we can. So thank you guys for that. Okay, I felt like the best thing you can possibly start your day with is laughter. So I do want to take 5 minutes and show you guys this video. I don't know if you've seen it or not. If you have, I would type in the chat. Sorry if it's a repeat, but honestly, I could watch it over and over and over and over again. So we're going to start with a little laugh. And let me get it going.
Great message yesterday from a woman named Gladys in Austin, Texas. And
can you guys hear
she
it?
had some good ideas. I'm going to call her right now, see if she has any more. See if she appreciates that I did what I did. It would have aired already, right? I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
88?
Hello, this is Gladys, and if you're selling something, I ain't interested.
Hey, Gladys?
Hello.
Gladys, it's Ellen DeGeneres. I'm not selling anything.
Honey.
Henny!
I love it. Thank you for calling me.
Well, you're welcome. Did you see the show by any chance where I moved the plant for you?
Oh, honey, let me tell you, we got Austin, Texas, had a little bit of ice and 2 flakes of snow.
Oh, no.
And they shut the whole city down.
No. Oh.
And they didn't even, I'm telling you, the local news, they showed an icicle hanging off a fella's roof to his house. And that was the big news here in Austin, Texas.
That's horrible. Well, you know,
I'm telling you, I told them, I want you to, if you could call them and tell them to play your show tomorrow, and not just for me. Everybody else has heard me except me, cousin Jeannie.
Yeah.
In Kingsport, she called me.
Yeah.
And told me she saw it and put it on a videotape. And I want you to call the local station and tell them that the cold is over. Play the Ellen show.
I'll do that right now.
In some places you're ABC, and other places you're NBC.
Because it's a syndicated show, so different markets buy the show depending if they have an opening or not.
Well, I'm sure that means something.
Gladys.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll get them to air that show. We'll also send you a copy of the tape. But I moved the plant that you were talking about so that I didn't look like alfalfa anymore.
Honey, I'll tell you, what a great thing to happen. And your plants are beautiful. They do a wonderful job. And I appreciate you moving it.
Sure. No, you had a good point. I don't want to look silly with spiky things coming out. Is this the first time you've been on TV before?
No, honey. I've been on TV before. I was on listen, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I love Jesus, but I drink a little. Lord have mercy, they're on fire today.
Oh my God, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is my favorite moment of the show so far. Okay, so go on.
Well, what I did was, and I don't drink a lot, just a little to thin the blood. And I was looking on QVC. They had a ladybug brooch.
You were looking at a ladybug brooch?
I love the ladybugs.
And on QVC, you said?
I called the QVC and they put me on the air. And I was talking to people and I just had a good old time. So this is probably my second time on the television.
Oh, wow. Well, you should be on television more often. You're very entertaining.
Well, you call me anytime. Do you have my number?
I just called you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, honey.
Listen,
I'm excited. This is a very, very wonderful day.
I'm excited. It is a wonderful day for me too. I love talking to you. Now, do you travel? Would you come here if we could get you here?
Well, I like to stay local.
Okay, well then, I don't blame you. I do too. I have a 5-mile radius myself.
I'm not scared to get out. I will. I go to the mall. I'm a mall walker.
Oh, well, that's good.
And I stay in shape, but I don't like to travel anymore because these people will stop you just for having a little bit of Listerine.
Yeah. Hey, I got to call you again. Can I call you on a regular basis?
Honey, you can call me anytime. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Okay. Honey, I love you. I think
love you. You're so wonderful. And the things you do for people every day, you have no idea. It's just a joy to watch you make everybody happy. And I'm glad to be a part of it.
Thank you. I love making people happy, and I love that you enjoy it. And I am going to call you again, and I just adore you. You are fantastic.
Well, I love you too. And like I said, you call anytime.
All right. I will call you again, Gladys. Thank you so much.
Bye, Ellen.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen that before? I mean, that just absolutely kills me every single time. I love it so much. I felt like a good laugh. Yes, Monica, I knew that you would love that. It is absolutely the best. So let's see. Is my little screen still sharing? Yep, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so hope you guys love that. I think it's been viewed like 2 million times on YouTube now, but I could watch it over and over. I think it is so funny. I need to go find the other ones because I think she's been back on 2 or 3 times since then. I thought it'd be fun for us to start our morning with a laugh. So somebody sent me this and I thought it was great. And I have a lot to share with you guys. So I'm going to go fast. If you want to be happy, don't take stuff personal. Let stuff go. Let people be. Focus on you, your mental health, your spiritual health, your well-being, physically and financially. And I love that. And so I think sometimes we don't take the time to think about that. So I'm going to share with you guys an exercise today that you can take back and use in your personal life with your business or anything that you want to use it for. And hi, Kathy. I see you with Jenny. And I never get to see her. So hello. And so I wanted to share with you guys this. So it's from Strategic Coaching. Dan Sullivan is Linda McKissick's coach. And so you can actually find all of this stuff on his website. That's how I found it. And all of his tools are amazing. And there's this little book called the 21-Day Focus. I'm actually going to start this today. Caitlin, you've probably seen this or seen some of it being with some of Dan's stuff, but so basically it's a tool called the Positive Focus. And he says positivity is a skill, not a talent, which means it improves with practice. So you can download the worksheet or you can buy the little book. I think it's like $6 or something on his website. And it's just a tool that you'll use. And so I want to walk you through what it is. I've done this many times and it helps every single time, especially if you're in a rut or not even if you're in a rut, if you're just looking to grow quickly in something. So basically what you do is the first column is your achievement. And the goal is that you don't have to do this for 21 days, but you can do it. In the book, it gives you like the things so that each day you can work through the exercise. And after 21 days, you can see the difference in the change. So each week, or you can just do it one time, like I said, you write down all your achievements, you make a note of these as the weeks progress, and then you can designate a time to do it. So in achievement, the first column, you write down something that you accomplished. It can be business or personal, big or small. You can consider your week. Honestly, I've done this with teams at the beginning of a year for the whole last year and had people pick their 5 biggest achievements from the last year. It could be like you achieved a financial amount. It could be a health or a weight goal. It could be that you achieved a golf score or a tennis score or whatever was your big achievement. You write those down. Here's some examples: vacations or family events or anything. Then the second column is the reason why. So you explain why this was an achievement for you. Telling yourself this will actually reinforce the progress that you've made, and it'll keep you in a positive frame of mind. So that's the big reason why you want to do it. But then you take it a further action step. So the next column is called further progress. And for some of the items, there will likely be further progress that you can make. So if this is so, you make a note of it there. You don't just leave it blank. I'll walk you through an example. And then the fifth column is a specific action. So what specific action can you take to make this the further progress? And so it says you should use verbs like call, meet, follow up, things like that, or continue to, start, stop, things like that. So an example that he gives, I'll walk you through this. Gosh, that's kind of hard to read, isn't it? Okay, so we'll just say this is one that came from his website. Number 1, this must be for a week. Met with Joe and Sarah re the Thompson deal. So the reason why was they got staffing issues resolved and worked out. Further progress, make sure Tim gets the training he needs. And then first action, ask Joe for regular updates. Another one, I wish I had one of my real life examples right here to read with you guys, but I don't have it in front of me. So like take number 5, great team meeting. Reason why, up to date and connected. Further progress, book offsite meetings. First action, follow up with Tina. So the goal of this is to, 1, recognize your achievements. And some of you have heard Linda McKissick, one of my mentors, say before that when she very first did this exercise with her coach, Dan Sullivan, she realized that they had written a national bestseller book, Hold, and she completely forgot about it. She didn't even have it on her list because sometimes we move so quickly through things that we forget to celebrate or even recognize the big accomplishments or achievements that we have, not only in our businesses, but in our personal lives too. And so it's a great exercise to keep you focused on the achievements. If you have a team, if you run an organization, if you lead people around you, this is such a good exercise to do with those people. And if you don't, it's a great exercise to do individually. One of the things in the book I really like, it says that it can apply to all areas of your life. So daily achievements, specific improvements, special projects, work on it with your spouse or significant other. You can use it for a child to boost a child's confidence, team members with new team members, on a team project. You can use it in difficult situations. You can even use this with clients or customers so that they can record their achievements. Like, how great would this be for you to send to some of your top clients in whatever industry you are in, a lot of you real estate, to be able to share with them just to give them value. And then community as well. You can use it inside of your community. A couple of the things I wanted to point out with this, and again, a lot of this is in the little book. He gives another a couple examples in here. The first one, the achievement was attended my daughter's basketball game. And the reason why was because she feels supported and encouraged. And further progress is to attend the next game. And the specific action is plan an end of season celebration so that she'll feel supported and encouraged at the end of her basketball season. Somebody else they give different examples, said their big achievement for the week was they went on a 1-hour walk with their spouse. And the reason why was because it was an enjoyable way to exercise. Further progress, do 2 more times this week. Specific actions, schedule Saturday walk with the whole family. So do you guys kind of see like the flow of how you move through what it is? I love this so much. So I just wanted to share this with you. I've used it a lot for the last probably 3 or 4 years since I got introduced to it. And once you but however, I've never done it for 21 days in a row. So I'm kind of excited to do that because, we move so quickly through our days that a lot of times you have big wins and big achievements personally and professionally, and we don't even take time to stop and celebrate them. Or even things in your family. We don't even take time to celebrate them. So here is a blank one. We're going to post the blank one in the files in the closed Facebook group. And also, you know what? Actually, also, let me just do this really quickly because last time it did not let me do this. I'm going to see if I can throw this in the chat really fast. Hold on, let me see. And you guys tell me if you get it. No, I hate when it does that. I wonder why it does that. Wonder if that's, sometimes I just drag them from my screen. Hold on, guys. Let me try to do it from my desktop, maybe. Oh, maybe is it because I'm sharing? Hold on. I'm just going to try one more thing. Shoot. No. Okay. We'll share it in the Facebook group. And if you are not a member of the Facebook group and you would like it, then just shoot me an email and we'll get it to you that way. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Perfect. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This is the last kind of step with this. And then I want to also share with you guys a story too. Oh yes, the actual download. Perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. So you guys can click that link and get it too. So this is a mindset tool that you can use with members of your team. The reason why I want to share this with you guys, because I know some of you don't have teams or you are just, we have multiple people on that do multiple different businesses. However, I think it's a good assessment for you to look at for yourself too. Now, if you lead people or you have a team, I would highly suggest you use this with them as well. But the key is that there are 8 different mindsets and behaviors, and you walk through what each of those are, and you need to kind of rate yourself on it. And then you can go through. So if you you can think about it for people around you and your team, or you can think about it just for you personally. And sometimes I even do it personally just to be honest with myself, because what is it? Abraham Lincoln says, it doesn't do you any good to lie to yourself. That's one of my new favorite quotes this year, but that's easy for us to do. So if you walk through one of these, let's just say that you look at number 6, growth oriented. Do you or someone that you know have a growth oriented mindset and behavior? So in the first little category, they're stagnant and no longer growing, and they refuse to adapt to new initiatives. Or the next one, they'll do the minimum required, but don't see the point in doing more because it's just a job. And again, some of this might be eye-opening for you to just think about for yourself. In the 7, 8, and 9 category, they're growth oriented to a certain extent, but are more focused on lifestyle than true personal or professional growth. Or the last category, they're always looking to grow. They're hungry to learn new capabilities and inspire others to grow along with them. And it's interesting because you can probably think of people around you and you can quickly probably put them into one of these categories. And the thing is, it's not to be in a judgment space. It's just to gain clarity, because the stronger that your mindset is, the more that you can achieve and the quicker that you're going to grow and hit your goals. So this is also on the website. You can download the scorecard. One of the things I love about Dan Sullivan's brain and the strategic coaching. Oh, let me show you this really fast. So I just got all these new books. He writes all kinds of books and they're really, really good. This is his newest one, Innovation Over Enemy. This one, the 10X Mind Expander, is another really good one. This is an ambition scorecard book he walks through, but the purpose of these books, I don't know if you can tell this, they're super thin. And he says the reason that he does this is because you should be able to read through one of these on a plane ride. So for entrepreneurs or business people and or people who just like to travel, like me and Heather. We're just trying to plan our next vacation right now, girls trip to somewhere super warm and tropical. So if you have any suggestions, let us know. But the purpose is these books are really easy to just pick up and read. And so you can find all of those on the website. A lot of it I love because it has so much to do with your mindset. And that's the key, right? So here's an action item for you. I'd love for you guys to at least take the positive focus and do that exercise for the last year of your life. Walk through the 5 greatest achievements that you've had, and then move yourself kind of through the process from that first action to then how you continue or need to improve or grow on those. And then you can find all the different resources and the tools and everything by visiting the website. If you go to just resources.strategiccoach, I think that might be what Tracy posted. I didn't click on it to see yet, but everything is on there. And so I would highly recommend that you look for that for your business. So lastly, I want to leave you with a story that I recently heard, and I absolutely love it. So I know, you know how you can tell when like certain things come into your life because you need them at that time. So my partner and best friend Josh and I, who some of you know, we were together last Friday. And when we got in the car, he gave me this book. And I was like, oh my gosh, sorry for all the guys on, but I was like, oh, I know her. I use her foundation. And so, but I knew her story. I knew the story of Jamie Kern Lima because she sold her makeup business for $1.2 billion to L'Oreal in 2018. And she started just as a making makeup, honestly. And so Josh gave me this book and I said, oh my gosh, I know her story, but I'm excited to read the book. Well, I religiously listen to John Maxwell's podcast as they release every other week or whenever the rotation is. And John had her on his podcast that dropped on the 17th. There you go, on the 17th. And so I was like, as soon as it popped up, I said, oh my gosh, that's who Josh just gave me the book to, or for. So I want to share with you a story. It's just a couple slides because I absolutely love this story. This is actually what's it called when you take, when you take the thing and you turn it into text, the recording transcript. Yeah, this is the transcript from John's podcast. And so I want to share this with you really fast. She talks about how do you turn down the volume on everything else and turn up the volume on your own knowing, your own instincts, maybe even what God says about you. And so this is what she says. So one story that I want to share, and I share a lot of real life stuff. Here's the thing she said is, I just don't share lessons or tips or advice. I share real stories in the book that actually happened and how I navigated them, because I think sometimes just getting inside of those, and it's like 95% of the book I've never shared before, she says. So here's one example. We were a couple years into the launch of my business. I was still running it from my living room. I could barely afford to keep the lights on and was sending the product out to all the beauty stores and retail stores in QVC. Everyone was saying no after no after no. We finally got a phone call from a potential investor, a private equity company. I was so excited because they are known for launching tons of consumer product. Companies are investing in them pre-revenue. a lot of products we all buy at the grocery store, household names. They've grown a lot of businesses and some big successes. When they were interested in our company and investing, I was so excited because they love the product we created, right? I've poured every penny I had into creating this product, and it was really good. And by the way, anyone else out there listening to us right now who has gone through this journey where you create a great product or a great service or great offering and you believe in it so much, but it's not selling, right? It's so hard to know, am I supposed to be doing this? You start to question yourself, she talks about. And that's the space that I was in for a couple of years because I had a great product, but it actually wasn't selling. I didn't know how to get it out to get the world out about it. We were staying alive just based on a couple orders a day from people spreading the word online and posting their own before and after using our product. So getting this big phone call from this potential investor, I thought was going to be life-changing because I thought, okay, if they love our product, A, they invest, I'm not going to go bankrupt, and B, maybe they can use their connections to get us into these retail stores that keep telling me no and keep telling me I'm not the right fit. She said, I'm not enough and that we need to change our product and change our packaging. They all wanted me to use models that had perfect skin. But for me, I had a skin condition called rosacea. And when I created this beauty company, I wanted to do things differently and put real women as models with actual skin problems in all ages, shapes, and sizes. She said, I wanted to shift culture in the beauty industry. So I had this really big mission, but all the retailers kept telling me no, that women wouldn't buy makeup unless they saw these images of perfection. So I kept getting knocked down over and over and over for a few years. So when I finally got this call from a potential investor, I thought I was going to be life changing. She said, I wanted to, and we started doing meetings with him and his whole team at the private equity company. They love the product. We did meeting after meeting. We got to the diligence phase where we showed projections, future product pipeline, and all kinds of stuff. She says they came down to the last meeting, and I thought this was going to be a huge yes, life-changing. And my husband and I flew out for the meeting. We were standing there about 3 feet away from the head investor, the head guy. And he says to me, we wanted to congratulate you. We really believe in your product. And I just want to share with you that we really, really appreciate it. Excuse me, but it's going to be a no. We are going to pass on investing in IT Cosmetics. And then as she says, at this point, I was so used to hearing no, but I said, okay, can you tell me why? Can you let me know why? Because feedback is usually a gift. And he said, well, do you want me to be really honest with you? And I said, yes, please. And he was about 3 feet from me, right, in person. And he said, I just don't think women will buy makeup from someone who looks like you with your body and your weight. And she said, I remember this moment. A couple of things happened. By the way, I felt no anger toward him at all. I just remember watching him say these words. By the way, John Maxwell interrupts on the podcast and Mark Cole, and he's like, who was it? Give us the name of the person. Like, we're going after him. We're calling him. So she says, I just remember this moment. And these are the moments where she said, I'm sharing the story because I just feel like someone listening might need to hear this, because we all have somebody look us in the eye and tell us that we're not enough. We've all had somebody tell us in some way, shape, or form that they don't believe in us, that we're not the right fit, or we're not enough. And she said, and how we respond to these moments in life actually change your life. She said, I remember watching him say those words. And the first thing that happened when he said, I just don't think women will buy makeup from someone who looks like you with your body and your weight. First of all, I felt like this lifetime of body doubt and self-doubt flood my body. She said, I almost felt like I was staring my own fear straight in the eye, but I knew I had to keep my faith bigger than in that moment and listen. She said it really did hurt. She goes on to say she went to her car and she cried afterwards. But she said, excuse me, she said, the one thing that she really, if you skip to the second paragraph, the one thing that I really wanted to share, because she said she heard the famous saying that John Maxwell has actually said is sometime rejection is God's protection. And so she said, just to share this, 6 years after the day that investor said, no, I don't think women will buy makeup from someone who looks like you. 6 years later, when L'Oreal acquired the company, I started in my living room for 1.2 billion cash. They did a big press release because they're a public company. And so she said it went out everywhere. It was on Wall Street Journal. And she said on that day, I got an email. I hadn't heard from the guy for years. And that potential investor said, congratulations, I heard about the L'Oreal deal. I'm so happy for you. I was wrong. And she said, I learned 2 things. I learned it would have been the most successful investment in his firm's history had he said yes. And she said, but I just want to share this today because sometimes we go through rejection and these painful setbacks and they don't make any sense at the time. And his words really hurt me, but had he believed in me and said yes, I was so desperate at the time, I probably would have given him the majority of the company for almost no money. She said, I was just trying to survive, but because he didn't believe in her and so many other people did, she ended up being the largest shareholder when they sold to L'Oreal. She still is today. And she said, I was like, wow, rejection is God's protection so many times, even when we don't see it at the time, even when we don't understand it at the time. She said, you just have to believe it so wholeheartedly. So I just absolutely love that story, and I'm excited to dive into this book. I haven't read it yet, so I can't give you any advice on it. But the 2 things that I love that she said is criticism is inevitable for anyone doing anything novel or authentic. And I just think that is like one of the best things we can think about. And then the second was, she said, the stronger the calling, the stronger the opposition. And sometimes it does feel like there's a lot of opposition when you're trying to do something big, or you're stepping into your calling, or you're wanting to grow more. But really, I think we just need to think about that's how she went from being underestimated to unstoppable. And I don't know about you guys. I was thinking actually in the shower this morning, what question would I ask her? I think I would want to ask her what was the first thing she did with 1.2 billion cash after 6 years of hearing nothing but no. Okay, wow, right on time at 9:30. So thank you guys so much. Oh, let me see what Tracy said. Not the right time or the right investor. It has to all work around. Sometimes you have to take yourself out of the equation. Yep, and chalk it up to God's timing. Totally agree, Tracy. Totally agree. So we're gonna put everything in the Facebook group. Thank you guys for being on. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Thank you guys. See ya. See you later. Bye, Dawn. Bye, Monica. See ya. Thanks, Tracy.